I'm
Francia 2
imagining
Electric
this
Boogaloo.
entire thing as an
Resistance
opening
is sexy.
to a Muppets movie.
A Francia, oh my God. I haven't been to one of those.
Session 42.
That's why it's so weird.
I can't believe that. We have not
I-
finished the first mission. Guys, this is trouble.
To be fair, I was gonna say you didn't pick a first mission for a while, but you have been
No, go to bed, please.
in Redma
I know, but you have so many in your bed.
since you met Liam and Deborah on session 22.
No. I'm letting you know.
That was in June.
You are already out of bed. If you move your special
So
treat,
this is,
you
know what? I like it.
Your special treat.
I think we're having a good time.
You know
I think
you're
we're getting a
gonna
good
get
trajectory.
Dragon Ball Z in our way through this.
Yeah.
Get back in bed. Then get back in bed.
Don't.
3.
Yeah, she doesn't like one.
You know, when you think about it, our first mission beyond go to a trash spaceship and don't get our captain killed was go to like a tropical planet and don't freak out. And then we had to leave the planet because we killed a bunch of people. So this is like our third mission.
You know, that's fair. That's right. You have done a few missions.
We failed the first two, but
Hopefully, this will be our first successful mission.
this is true.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I think.
We all
You know
sound
what?
very confident about that.
Uh-huh.
Listen, I don't have to play poker, so I'm gonna be fine.
Oh, thank
I
God.
don't have to play poker, and I don't have to bureaucracy.
I have to say, when I typed "put me in coach," my phone corrected it to "put me in couch," and now I have a lifelong longing to somehow find a way for Click to hide in a couch to get the painting. Or
The
something.
painting, okay?
Yeah. I want to
Okay.
hide in a couch. I want to hide in a couch.
Okay.
Or something stupid. Equally
On
dumb.
that note,
I think Click could fit under our couch. There's like a space under it.
I don't care. I don't care.
session 41, you all integrated yourselves in this poker game. Made some acquaintances. You got Ralph. You got Seed. A couple bodyguards that are playing some pool. And a table full of some very interesting potential gamblers. I'm sorry, she's just making fart noises and laughing at it. I don't.
Okay, good. I couldn't tell if Christina was laughing
so
or crying.
funny though. She's like laughing out loud at herself.
Elior playing the part of Vincent Marticello, sorry. Sitting down here at this poker table with a venerable cast of goons in the center. After quite the debacle of getting him up the freight elevator in the back and being pushed to his chair by one of his poor bodyguards. Nine Fingers at the center of the table, smoking a cigar and ready to try and take your money. You did get a bit of some inside gossip from the droid beside you. Speaking in hushed tones, both telling you probably don't want to be the loser this evening, while you may not be the winner. That's probably not the position you want to find yourself in. And also, while it's probably his game to win, Nine Fingers is known to be fairly quick when it comes to gambling, and while not always known for it, could definitely be caught with a card up his sleeve. You're not the only newcomer to the table. The blue gumdrop looking blob fella. Zebo Conch is also a fairly new addition to this poker crew. The rest of them all seem to know each other. Not necessarily friends, probably even a bit on the adversarial side when it comes to street business. Get along well enough when they're taking one another's credits. A dealer came, sat down, and began to quickly talk you through the rules of the game. The first three were all about not killing or hurting each other, or cheating because it would end up in you being killed or hurt. And then as you were learning the game, Click was taking her sweet time in the bathroom, sending Beetle on a recon mission through the vents. Boy, will you love leveling up and getting a skill tree, being able to manipulate your steel defender past being a steel defender and get more back towards that familiar you would love to have as the mechanical druid you are aiming to be. You sent this steel defender through some duct work, unable to necessarily see through their eyes, though. Beetle was left to do some charades to relay the information. You got a few boxes, probably someone with guns. Definitely of a vault, it seems.
But no location, no actual
And
information of any kind.
no actual information of any kind, and most likely did not locate the painting itself. But
an incredible sound effect.
hey.
But I also, just a reminder, I still have see invisibility up.
You still have Steam visibility up. Not the only person in this room who has Steam
That's
blah.
Yeah.
Steam visibility
as
up.
well.
One of the bodyguards, the one who was tasked with pushing Nine Fingers all the way up the stairs and into his seat, when he first came into the room to do a bit of a check, put Steam visibility on, only known to you all because of the strange effect people have when they look at Tenebris, which is to be caught off guard, because when they see into the ethereal plane, they expect to see everything else kind of go a little shadowy, grayscale, almost like you're seeing in Daredevil vision. Invisible things coming more into clarity and things from the ethereal plane popping up into existence. And yet, there Tenebris stands beside a ghostly pool table, just waving. So, perhaps you've caught some attention, but nothing to be too concerned about for what is effectively flavor. But yes, there are multiple people making sure that nothing nefarious is hiding itself during this game. Bjorn, you have established yourself kind of as the right hand of Vincent, making sure that he's being taken care of and not being fucked with. Vincent, you yourself have done some intimidation and made sure that if someone was choosing to fuck with you, they would be making quite the statement. Tenebris, Click, you have both done a pretty decent job of integrating yourselves, both with the dimmer bodyguards who have a less of a critical eye for what you might be doing, while their leader's seed might be a bit more if not conscious of what you're doing, critical of your intentions. I will say at this very moment, though, everyone's attention is probably going to get a little bit swayed because Nine Fingers just called for the snacks and a triumphant tray of finger foods. Most of them uncooked, but there are a few fried additions. There's some mozzarella sticks that were already being made for old Ralphie here. But Nine Fingers loves his mootsies, and the smell is rife with fry oil and marinara.
I was trying to remember what he called them for the last 2 weeks.
Oh my God, when my cousin came over and she was like, "So we're gonna have pizza. Do you want matzo sticks?" And I was like, "Oh my God. I haven't been in a situation where someone would need to ask me that in so long." Because like, what do you mean the answer automatically isn't yes?
It's just yes.
It's
There was a
great.
period in my teens from when I got a car until I went to college that we went to a pizza place and regardless of what we were doing, it's like we're just gonna order mozzarella sticks for the table because that's just the best thing in the world. I should go back to that. Anyway, sorry, we haven't even started the session yet. Tangents. I love you guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, that is where we were left. There are snacks being prepared. The game is about to be played. As the tensions are at their both lowest, perhaps, but also the most unsure. Everyone is effectively waiting for the guns to get drawn in this all criminal poker game. Um, would anyone like to do anything in particular as this sets off?
I can't think of anything.
Right. With that.
Are any
Sorry,
of
I
the
have
like? No, never mind. That's dumb. Never mind.
At the table, the dealer takes out his deck of cards. He's got 3 black decks, and he will show them all to Nine Fingers. Sorry, we show them all to Nine Fingers, and I will grab the one in the middle and look and hear the crinkle. He goes, you do a good job. I don't think you're fucking with me. You can see you're just a couple seats down from Nine Fingers. The pack is completely sealed, wrapped. The dealer will grab each of the decks, pull them back to himself, stack them, grab them one by one, pull off the little seal, take the plastic off, throw it in a little bin beside him. There's another little sticker. He will kind of grab it. Come in. How does he do that? Thank you. He will one by one show that the sticker itself is still on the top of the pack of the cards, and he will break that sticker, open it up, drop one by one, take them, put them on top of each other, and begin his shuffle. As he does, he's not really looking at you, he's watching the cards. He'll kind of glance up now and then and begins his kind of spiel. He goes, all right, folks, this is where we get to the fun of the evening. The name of the game is Flux, and we are now in it. You may call me Ace, and they are high for this evening. The cards number from 1 to 12. Remember that. You want to have the best 2. I'm going to hand out 2 cards to each of you, one at a time, twice. Do you understand what I'm saying? And he points at a couple of you, waits for some nods. He continues kind of shuffling, mixing up the deck. He's got a card holder right off to his side. He kind of shifts his drink off to a bit as he moves, continuing. Hey, Alyssa.
Hey,
Hello.
Hi.
sorry everybody.
No worries. This might shock you. We are just starting. Sitting at the poker table, Elior, you see the dealer starts moving through these cards, and or Ace starts moving through these cards, and he goes, here's the deal with Flux. If you haven't played, I see a couple new faces here tonight. You're gonna get 2 cards. The suit is not particularly important. As I said, the aces are high. Past that, you want to make the best 2 card pair that you can. The first round, you're just gonna have your card. Past that, there will be some dropping, hitting, but let's not concern ourselves with all that right now before we see how the game plays. In Flux, You're all going to start off with a 1 credit ante. Now, I know some of you have some looks. That pot will build, but you're going to be appreciative it's starting low. Everybody puts in 1. You get your cards, you look. For the first hand, there's no hitting, there's no dropping. You simply have your hand and you decide how good you think it is. In your hand, you place another credit chip. Or, if you choose to fold, you place nothing. Everybody at the same time shows whether they're staying in the game or if they're not. If you fold, well, all you lose is your buy-in. Right now, that's just 1 credit for you. That will raise, but that's not too bad. If you stay in, however, you think you might have a chance at winning this hand. Well, that's all well and good. Everybody shows their cards. If you win, you take the entire pot. If you lose, and you've stayed in the game, you pony up for the next pot. So for this first one, I count 7 of you. Is that right? I didn't actually count in my head. I just said a number. 9 Fingers, Dovik,
4, 5,
Slider, Goron, Zilbar, Zebo. 7, thank you. I count 7 of you. So that's 7 credits. Let's say 2 of you decide to stay in. 1 of you wins. The loser ponies up 7 credits to start the next pot. Let's say 3 of you stay in. The winner wins the 7. 2 of you pony up 7 credits each to start the next pot. Do you understand how the game works?
I'm nodding my head.
Ante 2 will be 2 credits. Ante 3 will be 3. The game will get very, very challenging as we go on. Do you understand? All right. He does 1 quick flip of all the cards up the table, back down, pulls them together, puts them into the deck. He goes, as our head of house tonight, 9 Fingers, would you please cup? And he puts the deck shoe out to him. He kind of smiles. He'll lean back, flick his cigar down, put it in the ashtray. Goes, all right, I like a flashy guy. And he'll kind of move his hand up and down. And he's about to go right in the middle. And then he goes almost all the way to the far right. Picks a card right there. I like that. It's a good choice, smart man. Pulls most of the deck, cuts it there, pushes the rest back. Goes, all right, ladies and gentlemen, the game is on. If you'd like to leave the table, your last opportunity is now. There's a couple chuckles from the other attendees. Very well. Ryan, for you, the mechanics of this game are you are going to yourself roll 2d6. Sorry, 2d12, because that's how cards work. There's technically going to not be a jack in this version. It goes ace to 10, queen, king. You are just trying to have the best hand. If you have a pair, that probably will beat anything that's a high card. But if you have a pair of high cards, well, that's definitely going to win. You have to put in what the ante is, and then you get to choose if you want to put another credit in, just 1 credit each time. Even as the ante goes up, it's still just 1 credit that you put back in. And that is you saying, yes, I think I can win and I want to stay in. Or you put nothing else in. You say, I'm going to fold. I give up my ante and I'm going to try and win another hand. If you stay in and you win, you just get credits. If you stay in and you lose, the next hand you owe whatever the pot was. And that's going to get bigger and bigger. Eventually too big to pay for. And that's why 9 Fingers likes this game quite a bit. And this is made up too, so if you have questions or the intention is less about the game, but I wanted to at least give you some
Oh
mechanics
no,
to
that's
play with.
fair. Also, Lissa, Vankara is with Ellie or at the poker table.
Like, in the game or just like
No.
monitor? Okay,
Bodyguard.
cool. All right, good. Okay.
I am in disguise as Vincent Marticello, who's also just a New England northeastern dude. I don't know. And so you're on watch. But
Okay, perfect.
yes.
Okay.
And feel free to interject and do things as we go. It doesn't have to just be me if something comes up.
Pat, can I get a vibe check on like what the like how many other like beefy people and how like what's the like weapons and threatening like situation?
Fuck yeah. Go ahead and give me a I'll say an investigation or even an insight check.
Shit,
with
hold on, let me get my
weapon.
dice.
Um,
I didn't even pull up my character sheet.
no worries at all.
I should probably do that.
Well, I can stall while everybody's doing that.
Yeah. So yeah, while
Um,
the game starts, what are you doing, Tenor?
Where is that lovely gentleman with sea invisibility, the guard? Is he still at the bar?
Yeah, he's at the bar. His jacket is off. He forgot it actually by the far side on the chair that he put to close the table. And yeah, he's sitting at the bar. He is elbows down. The other guy has his back to the bar and he's almost done with his beer. He's just kind of laughing, watching the game. But yeah, the sweaty guy he's just kind of like sitting there. He's like, oh, fuck me. Like it must be a draw straw situation. But
Can I wander up and in my best Bjorn ask this man if he would like a drink?
yeah, absolutely.
How startled is he that it's me?
He hears someone and you can see his buddy gives him a quick elbow and he'll sort of wipe his hair back over, put his drink down and turn, and you do see there is if I had better vocabulary I might be able to hit this better. Recoil isn't the best word, but it is the one that comes to mind probably at his reaction.
Sort of.
But yeah, like a little like it's not even like afraid, but he wants to like quickly get his bearings and like hang on, let me just a little okay. And yeah, I would say there's even a slight shift in the way he's kind of looking at you. And he goes, oh, he kind of looks over at Mary and he goes, between you and me, I'd drink for free here, but I wouldn't turn down.
I put my elbow flirty like on the bar and go, me too, but it was quite a showing you had to just perform.
He does a quick glance over at Nine Fingers, and he goes, I mean, that fucking guy. Oh, Jesus. Thank you. That's
It must be heavy. You must be strong to just carry him like that.
He does a little like shoulder flex and goes, oh, I mean, yeah, you do it long enough. It's I think it looks a little harder than it is. I think he's only like 600-700. So I mean, like, wow, that's not too bad to lift. I could probably do a little more than that. What brings you here? I mean, I haven't seen someone so wow.
Nobody ever asked me why I'm single. Don't ever ask me why I'm single. I'm here with Vincent. He's new. We were just passing through and thought it'd be fun.
Gotcha. Well, that's
interesting place to pass through, but you know, no complaints here. Mary, Ralphie said something about mozzarella sticks. You got, yeah? Would you? I mean, they just kind of churn out food for the guys. So I mean, do you fuck with?
Of course.
Cool. All right. The guy next to him is just like, you fucking green.
Can I take one of the mozzarella sticks and then do like a cheese pull and offer it to him? Jennifer is trying to lay this on so hard.
Make a
working?
performance check with advantage. Yeah, it's working.
I would take with disadvantage. I will give you a performance check. Do other people have their characters' sheets up? Have I stalled long enough?
I think
I should get more dice, I guess.
Got the filthiest
Okay.
20.
The dirtiest, nastiest.
It's really slutty and it smells like tequila and I don't know why.
Yeah, that's gonna be Barry. He puts down his tequila on the rocks. He goes, he'll grab the other end of the mood to be like, wow, I mean, he gets all flustered. The guy sitting next to him will hop off of his stool. He will down the rest of his beer, put it down loudly, and go, "Yeah, I'm gonna do rounds." And Ralphie kind of chokes a little on the mozzarella stick, and tries to cover it up. He goes, what? I already asked you what brings you here. I'm Ralph. Not Ralphie. Shit.
Do you not often share food?
I don't get up much.
I'm so sorry. That must have been so forward of me.
I apologize. I didn't get which name was.
Tenebris.
That's incredible. Wow. You can call me
Barry or Ralphie?
wow. I was gonna try and say something a little bit more interesting, like I don't know. I can't even come up with something.
Why would your name
William?
not be interesting?
Barry's my name. I mean, that's not what I mean. Pause. Human beings aren't probably, they might be. What is Barry a nickname for?
Oh,
Barrison.
Barrison. Barreled?
Bartholomew?
Oh yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Bartholomew!
Man, I wish I came up with that in the moment too, because that would have been a great response. That is
Oh my
absolutely it too.
God!
Because I have in my house like Barry's not. You don't. I don't know a Barry. I couldn't ask. Like I know a Cody. He's named Cody, but like I feel like that's a nickname, but I don't know.
Barry I know is Barry White, and then there was another less helpful Barry in D&D sometime.
No one thought Barry Allen the Flash? Oh, fair enough.
according to the internet, it is a shortened form of Barrington.
Oh please,
See, that's what I would. That's what I would
joking.
make up.
please.
Yeah, or Finbar. Well, the surname has numerous and the given name Barry is derived from Gaelic. So,
Well, then.
Anyways, my goal here is to separate the security guards and fluster this one enough that if we need another I'm taking up time for other people to do things, I can just pick at him more.
Can I just
I will say succeeded.
Nice.
when I started to talk, when when you said before the game starts, if anybody has anything to do, I was gonna go flirt with the guards, but I figured I always do that and it never works. So why would I do that? And then you, of all people, go over with your fucking tentacle hair and
And go and
charm
flirt
the
with the
pants
one
off of that guy that can see
Nope.
invisibility
who
and
can
knows
see
you're
my weird fucking tentacle hair.
scary. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
And he has to just
But the
act
cute
like
little
I'm not
gnome with the
terrified.
cotton candy hair can't get shit. All right, fine.
You-
All right, cool.
I'm not getting shit from this guy. I just love the fact that he has to
You're getting
maintain-
mozzarella sticks.
I would just
They're
say
free.
What do you
maybe
think
look at
that
your mark
lick-
sometimes.
I am actually getting mozzarella sticks, that's true. I'm getting a lot out of this.
That is probably all click once in life.
Truly. And
See,
to be fair, if
for
he
Pat to
hadn't-
roll the NPC weird fetish table before we started.
So which
And
of
he-
those names is sorry?
Here.
Oh my god, that's a 92 on the weird fetish table.
Oh,
Balloons. Um,
Oh, no, Tenebris leaves immediately. Immediately out. I hate that noise. Nope.
Patrick, which of those insane names is Barry's real name?
Barrington.
Barrington, excellent.
100%. Because that is legitimately, my head went to, I don't know, Barrington? So that, knowing that is a real thing, 100% he's Barrington.
Barrington Balloon Barrington. It's his
Ben-
first and last name.
Venkara, were you able to get a roll together?
So I have dice I can roll. I just still haven't been able to pull up my character sheet, so I have no idea what the like modifier would be.
Okay. So I would say go ahead and roll a d20 and add you had intelligence because you're a smart person. So I'll say go ahead and add, I don't know if you have proficiency in it, so we'll meet in the middle and say add +3 to it.
All right, it's an 11 plus 3 would be 14.
Okay. So you start getting a read of this room, and kind of hanging around the table. First, you can see all of the people here. So you guys went through this like, hey, I'm just gonna check if you do have weapons. We're really not even gonna take them from you. And everyone here does. They're not all super noticeable, but you can kind of see with a 14 at least the more obvious kind of like shoulder harnesses that are either covering gun holsters, the people who have oddly strange bulkiness on their thighs or their ankles where they're probably holding knives. You can even see a very poorly hidden pair of pistols in the blue blob gentleman Zebo, because they're just inside his body, and they're just kind of floating near the bottom, and there's like sediment kind of like you kind of like, I think he's assuming people aren't gonna like look too deeply at like his inner stuff, but there's very clearly like 2 energy pistols just sitting there. So there, it seems like people are at least prepared for something to go down. You do kind of, as far as the general vibe of these folks, I would say most of the players they're a little tense, but they're kind of excited for an enjoyable night. There's something that they're getting out of this, almost to the point you kind of catch a hint of like there might be something specific they're getting out of this. Because the vibe is a little strange. This guy, Nine Fingers, like, the way he's treating his employee, getting shoved, like, he's a huge dude, but, like, he could walk. He just chose not to. And, like, sitting in the middle of this table, he's kind of trying to run the show, and all these people are a little, like, they're kind of a little jokey about stuff. You get that there might be something, like, they're all criminals anyway. There might be something a little nefarious to the general situation here that's not just like, hey, someone might walk out of here with a few thousand credits that they didn't plan on. There could be something else just based on how people are kind of holding themselves and the general air of like almost like there's a joke that you guys haven't quite gotten yet. Not even that you're the butt of it, but
Okay.
you haven't learned what's so funny that everyone else kind of seems like they're kind of like getting a little bit of a laugh out of it. You're just like, okay. That's kind of happening a bit. And then was something else that you were looking to grab general vibe and how people were there. So there are people because I have gone on a lot, just the table and then those couple bodyguards. I'd say there's probably about a dozen folks that are just in the general
Okay.
club area, guests
Gotcha.
and like kind of like party crowd. You do also kind of get the vibe, at least 4 or 5 of these are almost paid to just kind of be here to bring a positive vibe. You can see 1 or 2 are kind of like not going up to the table. They've probably been giving pretty good instructions to avoid actually speaking to the players, or at least Nine Fingers, but like trying to give the vibe of like, hey, there's a good time happening here. The music that's playing in the area, you can see a couple people are kind of trying to dance to it, but it does feel almost a little forced. Like there's a show that they know they're supposed to put on and they kind of enjoy doing it, but it's not their choice for the evening.
Okay.
But none of them, they might have a knife or maybe something on them. Most of the crowd that's not either at the table or obvious guards like you are don't seem like they're armed, and there's only 1 or 2. The 3 that were here already and the 2 that showed up seem like the only other active bodyguards like you and Bjorn are.
Okay.
You're distracting Click. You were going to do that, but do you go for another one there? Because there's
I
a few
feel
others.
like-
What are you? What's your strategy?
It can't go worse.
It certainly can. Would you like to see?
Yes.
No. I want to get in the fucking door, but I don't. That was okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. So there's like you said, 3 other people around the other pool table, like 3 guards ish.
Yeah. So the pool table. Yeah, the pool table that's by the door, by the bathroom that you were in and by the bar. There's those 3 guys. There's Ralph, Seed, and Lem.
I'll go hang out with them.
All right. Seed, he's been holding his pool stick, but he's just kind of like he's got that chalk on top, and he's just kind of been like staring at the game from far away, just sort of like chalking his tip. That sounds too inflammatory. Anyway, Ralphie,
That's if you roll a 74 on the fetish table.
Yeah,
I was
he
gonna
got
say,
he
he's
got a
ready for
92.
ya.
So
You thought
he's
I-
waiting for the balloons to show up. Ralphie is very quickly getting too drunk for the situation. Mary spiked his Dirty Shirley particularly hard, and then filled the straw with extra vodka just to make sure he knew it was going to be strong. And he's being a little bit loud, like kind of like me when I don't remember that volume is something I need to control. So he's talking to Lem while they're playing pool, and while the pool table is not loud at all, you notice Ralphie every time he hits a ball, because the table even will make noise if you turn the setting on, but Seed clearly tells them they can't do that. Ralphie, when he hits it, he goes clack, and then he goes as the balls move every time. And as he drinks more, it gets a little bit louder. So he does a break, goes clack, 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 and Lem has to keep going over, Ralphie, shut the fuck up. But he's having a good time. You head over to them. Ralphie's got a basket of, you would guess it started out as 24 mozzarella sticks. It's down to about 10. And he will pick up the basket and goes, "Want a mootsie?"
Before I head over there, I'm gonna get like
Okay.
the girliest drink, like the fruitiest smoothie, frozen something that probably has a flower in it. And I'm gonna bring that over, and I'm gonna look down at my mech tech gear and like unbutton a button or something. Like, I don't know, do something. And then I'm gonna walk over with a pool stick and say, "Oh, we ran out of chalk at my table. Could I use that?" to the guy that is specifically not playing pool but is mean mugging everybody in the bar.
He stares at you, and he really gives you a once over. He's been watching all of you since you walked in. And I forgot to mention in the recap, he didn't notice anything notable about you, Tenebris, but he doesn't know why Barry found you interesting, and that keyed him in. This guy gives
Yeah,
a
but
sense
he's
of like,
hot. I can't flirt with him, so I'm staying with the other guy.
yeah, he's a very well manicured drow. He
Yeah,
he
no, I
he
like
he
Drow.
gives the vibe of the guy who knows everyone else's lines in this production, and he's making sure you're all doing your part perfectly. And the fact that Barry isn't is like he keeps looking over there. And in fact, Click, as you walk over to him, he's doing that to his pool cue, watching Barry like fuck up his role while Tenebris just absolutely walks over him with mozzarella sticks. Um, and he will barely glance over to you. He almost like rolls his head at you. And he goes, "No," and just keeps doing it.
But why?
The-
It's very effective. I've seen toddlers do it.
He'll kind of take it off for a moment. He goes,
I think you have enough, as it's like he's done it so much now that it's like falling off,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
raining blue.
yeah. You aren't at another table. You're trying to cause a problem. I have no interest in conversing with you. I have a job to do. Scurry off with your friends.
Rude.
Could have flirted with him. What an asshole.
Over at the poker table, Elior.
Yes.
Ace will give one last look around. He is given the final warning. It is last chance for anyone to leave if they would so choose. No one gets up, and very swiftly, his hands flick down to the deck, and he starts throwing one card out to each of you. 7 go. And once again, 7. Please roll 2d12.
While I do that, is the music still sounding like a horror show of atonal nonsense?
Good question. Go ahead and I'll say the general feel is, yeah, it's starting to pick up. The fact that the game is starting has heightened things, and I would actually say that there's a bit of harmony in what you're getting from the various players around you. Zebo seems a little unsure of himself. Dovik seems unsure. The three of you are the new players here at the table. Dovik at least has a name, although he's clearly the low man on the totem pole. He's been here a week, and while Nine Fingers is kind of boosting him, it's very clear that this isn't going to end well for Dovik. Also, something that I forgot to mention, the droid to your left mentioned that Sebastian, the lovely waiter is taking bets for who you think was vaguely listed, but may be the loser this evening. He suggested Dovik might be his pick. As the cards go out, yeah, go ahead and roll your 2d12. Oh, I didn't answer your question. I apologize. The music is, yeah, it's starting to harmonize, and the pace is picking up almost like that like violin note is starting to come in of like, okay, the game has begun. Like, go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's fine. 7 and 11 were the rolls that I made.
Excellent. Okay. So everybody tosses in their chip to begin with. The pot sits at 7. And as it goes through, Ace will start to go back through the rules. And he goes, okay, as we sit here in our first hand, you've all received your first pair. Now, as we move into our further hands, you'll have the opportunity to make some slight changes to what you have received. At this point, though, we're going to base our first hand on luck of the draw. So, folks, if you would like to see if you believe your hand can win the pot in front of you, place an additional credit into your palm and hold it over the table. If you aren't so confident that you're about to walk away, perhaps you want to fold here and consider your loss as it is. You will put nothing in your palm, and when I say drop, you will drop nothing. If there is a credit in your hand, you will drop it and add it to the pool. If you have added a credit to the pool and you lose, 7 credits is the fee you must pay before the next hand. This is the lowest it will get, folks. Choose wisely.
Did anybody give a reaction when they looked at their hand, either in Elior's brain, soundscape, or whatnot, that they're like, oh fuck, that's good. Like that's
Yeah. So I will say, Elior, Venkara, and Bjorn, are you hanging out by the table as well? I know you walked over to it when it first started. The 3 of you can all make insight checks against the rest of the table to try and infer if any of them are giving any tells. If any of you would like to focus on one player in particular, you may have advantage on them specifically. If you want to get a general read of the whole table, you can do that. But I'd say the 3 of you right now are the ones that are sort of at the table. I don't know if you currently have any of your telepathic abilities up, but if you would so like to choose to use one of them, that is wholly within your rights to try and have external communication during this game. But I won't try and push any cards further. But just for your own inference, if you would like to make those checks, you can do so.
I wouldn't mind telepathy if Bjorn can put it up, but
yeah, you got it.
Wisdom-based insight.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, who's like second rank socially here?
So I probably have the list of all names in front of me. So, realistically, probably the droid beside Elior, Zilbar. He's a unified operations droid. The way he's been talking to the others, and he has the right hand to 9 fingers at the table. You kind of get the air from him that he's probably up there. Goron gets shit on a lot, and I think Bjorn in particular. I probably should have you roll a check for this, but I've already started talking. Bjorn probably has the insight to see that someone that has been the butt of a lot of these jokes probably is higher standing than would give them credit for. Because if you really are constantly getting shit on, you're not going to be at this table very long. If you're always here, but people feel confident enough to be able to do that, you're probably not top brass, but you're liked. You're not a low man necessarily. Dovik is clearly very new here. Zebo is new. Elior is new. And that's the table.
Okay, I'll do my insight check on the droid, which does not sound fortuitous. And that's not great. That's an 8.
Wait, if you're doing it on one of them, you're rolling an advantage.
Yeah, you have advantage.
No, that's with advantage.
Oh.
Zilbar is he is unreadable. That he is a stone. In fact, you actually with your 8, the thing that you do notice is out of all the players, Zilbar raises his cards the lowest. He barely has to get those up to be able to read the numbers, and his reaction is similarly the smallest. Elior, what did you get?
19.
Okay, and are you doing a general read of the table?
Yes.
Okay. You see Dovik feels surprised. Starting off, Dovik he realizes you would catch with the 19. He hides his smile very quickly. But there's the twitch of a grin in his mouth. He wasn't expecting so quickly to have something. Most other people stay pretty smooth, especially starting off. The stakes are pretty low, so their ability to hold in, they're gonna lose 7 credits. They're kind of holding. Dovik's the only one who he's already out of water here. Venkar, are you taking a look at anybody?
I'll do 9 fingers. I rolled a 21.
Awesome. Fuck yeah. Okay. Let me see it. With a 21, he seems positive about it. A little restless. I would say with a 21, he probably has a pretty good hand. In fact, with a 21, you see he takes his cards, he kind of looks for a while. He kind of shifts his cards for a second, like back and forth. He puts them down and he thinks for a second. He puts a very puzzled face on and he leans back. And he seems very pensive. He hits his cigar. He's trying to do a very pensive thing with his cigar. You kind of catch like that cigar hit seems to be kind of something for him. I would say with the 21, as you walk past, you catch he has a 10 and a king. And I don't know if you were here when I was explaining. The cards are ace to king, standard deck with no jack, because I'm just doing draw cards. So he has you see he has a 10 and a king. First hand, not being able to discard anything, king high is pretty good. If someone doesn't have an ace, he probably can at least draw the pot, if not win it. So you can probably start to read into some of what he's doing as some confidence tells that he's got. All right. And yeah, it's for the general read that you did, Elior.
Oh, you told me Dovik's really surprised.
Dovik is really surprised,
and everybody else is. Oh yeah, go ahead.
The only other thing you rolled an 8, right?
19.
19. Sorry, it was Bjorn.
Yeah.
With a 19, you would also catch. Goron seems exasperated is, I guess, the closest. Like, you can pick up on a 19 will let you pick up on the previous bits people rag on him for being bad, the feeling he gets and your ability to kind of dig into the emotions, there's a little bit like, you fucking kidding me?
Oh. All right. If I fold, am I still in the game for the next round?
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
okay.
You aren't out of the game until you have no more credits to apply and have decided to walk away. Folding here just means you have lost your 1 credit and you are not in to either win or pay for the pot.
I think I assume that my colleagues would tell me telepathically that what they've learned or not. It's your characters, you can decide.
Yeah, you set that up, Bjorn.
Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, Vangara, you have a telepathic link with
Oh,
the
perfect.
group,
Okay.
so you can share information if you choose.
Yes. Yeah, I definitely would.
All right.
I will not put down a credit.
Okay. So you can see everybody kind of looks at their cards. They'll all sort of grab at their chips, and everyone kind of does like a little like fake out if they're putting something in their hand or not. A lot of people you can see will even put something in one hand or the other and kind of grasp both hands together. And then Ace will go, all right, everybody ready? And everyone will put one hand out right over the pot. There's 3, 2, 1, drop. And you don't hear a ton of clicking. You hear 2, 9 Fingers, and Dovik.
Oof.
And they kind of glance at each other. And Ace goes, oh, all right, very interesting. We've got a showdown to start off. Gentlemen, show your hands, please. And they both take their cards and show a 10 and a king.
Oh.
Oh, well, we've got a very interesting moment for right now. We're going down to war rules, gentlemen. Each of you put up another credit, if you please. Now, that is the ante. As the ante goes up, you will be required to place a higher bet at this point if you'd like to stay in the game. And they both will grab another credit, drop it in. It's very well. You may receive another card for that. And he places one more card down. And he goes, high card wins, boys. And they will both flip over their card. Dovik gets a 3. Oh. And 9 Fingers gets a king.
Oh.
3 kings in the first round. All right.
That's not.
Sussy.
Well, it's with dice. There are 3 decks, so there are 12 kings here.
Okay.
So,
How big are this man's hands?
they're very big. He
Sorry,
Listening.
I'm sorry. I have small hands, and so like one deck I'm good, but shuffling 3 decks like
I know
not.
I've
happening.
always had trouble with 3. I'm sorry.
I always listen. 3 decks is just too many for me. I don't know where to put the last one.
See, I find 3 decks to be cumbersome, but somehow 4 decks are fine.
4 decks is somehow easier. It is. I don't know why.
Isn't it kinda
Guys,
like when
my
you're spinning
friend
pizza? Like, there's always
Work
one
is
in the air.
here.
On
Stop.
that note,
You didn't ask me to behave tonight.
I didn't. That's
fair,
true.
that's fair.
I did.
This is
last
on
time.
you.
I'm
I'm
all right.
sorry.
Dovik's face goes pink. And 9 Fingers will laugh and goes, don't take it personally, Dovey. It's the first round. You didn't lose too much. He'll slap his big hand down, grab all the credits. There's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 credits in that pile, and he pulls them over. And Ace will go, Mr. Reed Hollow. To enter this next round, you must pay 7 credits. It looks like you can still afford that. That's good for you. And Dovik will take 7 credits and put them in. And Ace will go, all right, gentlemen. our ante has doubled. It costs you 2 credits to enter this round. Everyone will grab their credits, pop them in the middle. Okay. We are currently sitting on a pot of 21 credits. That's quite a bit more dangerous than our previous hand. Let's see how safe you feel. Round 2 will still have no discards available. We're playing luck of the draw. And he will take the shoe, put the cards back in the deck, and he will start to shuffle them out. Elior, please roll your second hand. I will say, at this point, you do have a few options.
Oh.
I will say, mostly to reiterate something that I really haven't pushed on in 40 sessions. One thing that is fun that I won't iterate that I just haven't pushed that it exists here. The ability to do flashbacks by spending some inspiration, and I won't make you spend inspiration to do this thing, and we'll say that this can be something that was planned, but to remind that as you go into something, and Lissa, for your information, something that just wouldn't be something that you would know about. You all have the ability, as you gain inspiration points, which are things that you just kind of all gain. You all start with 1, and then as you do cool stuff, I say, hey, that's inspiration. That was inspirational.
Wait, I've had one this whole time?
So you should all have an inspiration point, and then I need to when you use them, I'll remember to give them back. I don't always remember to give them back. But with that, you can spend them in the normal way as inspiration and get an advantage roll. Or you can use them like we did in the superhero campaign to do a flashback and decide that something you wanted to plan for in this current sequence, you didn't get a chance to actually plan for. And you'd like to go back and say, hey, when we were getting ready to do this poker game, I would have stuffed some aces up my sleeve, and I would like to try and pull one of those out. Not saying that that is what you need to do at all, but that is something that you can say you would have done and make an attempt to cheat in this game using a flashback. And then cheating is there. Just again, you don't have to do that. You can continue to play this completely straight, but I realized I haven't talked about that, and when I don't mention it, mechanics that don't exist in real D&D probably aren't at the front of your minds.
Sure.
But aside from that, you can also try and just do some manipulation with either magic that you might have or some persuasion to try and do some sleight of hand of your own. Or you can roll 2d12 and get what your 2 cards are.
Oh, so that would have been declared before I rolled. So I already rolled my hand, and it's real bad. It's a 2 and a 4.
I mean, I will say, because I was explaining kind of how this can go. Yeah, it can be. You can declare that now.
No, I'll play it.
That is, but
I'll play it straight in quotes. I don't even need to like intuit other people's feelings. I know I've lost this round, but that's okay. Vincent, by the way, is very chill. I don't know if Elior would have tells because he'd be working really, really hard to play a character who is just supernaturally chill. But like in that sort of like, you know, I know my way around the city kind of way. Street smart, but chill about it. That made sense in my head. I don't know if it made sense with my words.
Chill street smarts.
Yeah.
Like
But chill about it.
Yeah, like whatever. We'll just go get be-elated. It's fine.
Let's go get some balloons, and you know.
You know, with the whipped cream.
And you know.
I'm also punch drunk tired.
Wait, hold on. I think I got confused. Does he love balloons, or is he afraid of balloons?
You know, sometimes fear and love closer than you think.
I'm gonna make note of that. It could be a strategy at some point.
As Lunar is famous for saying, love can bloom on the battlefield.
I love you.
Love blooms on the battlefield.
I love that you started as Lunar famously says, and I'm like, and it wasn't the one I thought it was. Thank you.
I also have a very silly question before we proceed. Nine Fingers does in fact have 9 fingers, right?
Yeah, actually,
Okay.
I
Yeah,
did.
so
I
he
did mean
had
to say
10
that,
fingers.
and
Is he
then
missing his
my
pinky?
my mind wandered to I don't know what else. When he slapped his hand down on the chips that were in the middle, he uses his big claw of a right hand. His middle finger on his right hand is missing, and he slapped down
Little
just
one?
these guys,
It's the worst.
grab
one.
the chips over.
And you know what that says is that's not fucking accidental. Someone did that shit on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't
it's at the
accidentally
base.
lose your
It
middle
is
finger.
it is fully. There's not a stub. It is at the knuckle. There is
Mhm.
no finger there.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you definitely infer that that is not an accident. 2 and 4 as Ace is all right. How many buy-ins do we have this time, folks? It is 2 credits to continue in this game. Elior with your 2 and your 4. Also, Lissa, Bjorn, do either of you look to do any insighting?
I guess I should be doing insights every round so I can kind of learn people's tells. But this droid seems unreadable. So let's do the guy who's getting made fun of.
The Rock Man?
Goron.
Yeah, Goron.
Okay.
That is a 21.
Ooh. Goron did not roll well. As you let's see, Goron. He seems frustrated that they're still in the early part of the game where he can't discard, but he might have a decent hand here. There's some interesting play when you're kind of playing high card with 2 chances here. I mean, he seems like he might stay in. He rolled particularly poorly. Actually, I can imagine with how badly he rolled and how well you rolled right there. I think you catch him mouth the word 10. Just completely unconsciously, like subconsciously. I mean, just like no, you did it unconsciously. He just doesn't even realize. He just looks at his card and goes 10, and goes down, and then like looks around to see if anyone noticed because he realizes he just did that. Vankara, do you want are you taking a look at anyone, or you kind of getting a different vibe?
Yeah, I'll take a look around. I don't remember anyone's name. I'll just do like a
You're
general like of the table, I guess. I rolled a 12. Just...
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. So general vibe from the table. No one feels super confident this round. If anything, you do kind of get a similar vibe off of Goron, like he might be okay. The droid in particular seems really tough. And it might be because he's getting some decent rolls. I mean, he didn't stay in the last round, so it probably wasn't very good last one. He didn't give a lot of a read. But you can see he's kind of looking around the table. He's giving very little, though. And it's tough to get a tell. With your tell on 9 fingers from earlier, he again feels like he might be okay here. It's not his best hand. He's also feeling a little frustrated that he can't try and get like an extra draw here.
I also rolled insight for the whole table, and I got a 22.
Okay. With a 22, you will get with a 22 the slightest note from Zilbar right next to you.
Ooh.
You're gonna have to wait to see what he's doing but you see it's a very slick move that he does. As he looks at his cards, one hand slides over to his chips and grabs one before Ace says anything about preparing. He's got one already in his hand. And then as Ace starts to talk, he goes and he takes his other hand that was looking at the cards as if he's thinking about grabbing a chip. But you know he already has. You see he's definitely putting in on this hand. But it's also something probably he will do in the future. He does not want to even give in if he's going to pick one up or not and try and play that extra piece of the hiding game. He's going to try and very stealthily do that, but you catch that.
All right.
Everyone else is a little tough to read. No one seems super positive about their hands this time. Yeah. The only thing, Dovik, he seems nervous and unsure, almost like he might have an okay hand, but he's already getting hit, and this is a bigger jump. Yeah, that's about it. With a 2 and a 4, do you choose to stay?
Oh, no. Full this
This
round.
is the second round, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone puts their hands out. And 3, 2, 1. You hear 3 chips drop. 9, Zilbar, and Slider McCree, the Colosan cyborg sloth gentleman, enters the game. And he's like, oh, this is gonna jump, boys. All right, show your hands. 9 fingers will show a 10 and a 4. Zilbar will show a queen and a 2.
Oh.
Slider McCree will show a 10 and a 9. And Zilbar kind of smiles and will look about. Elior, at that moment, there was a brief little whir, like a fan coming on, very quiet. You're right next to him, though. You're gonna want to listen for that again. Maybe it was nothing, but you get something tells you that might be a bit of a tell with him. And as Zilbar takes the pot in front of him, the 21 chips that was the initial buy-in, right?
Mm-hmm. The 20.
And then the additional chips, the 6 that each of them put in. So he comes away with pretty good pot. And then Ace will look at Slider and 9 fingers. All right, boys. That's 21 to each of you. And they slide their chips in. The current pot is 42 to begin with.
Yikes.
Ace goes, and the ante has just doubled. That's 4 credits apiece to enter this next hand. Times 7. That's another 28.
Don't
So
lose.
that is a 70 credit pot. Things are heating up quickly, gentlemen. With that, over at the pool table, you are sufficiently annoying Seed. He has, at this point, handed you off his chalk block, and I assume Click hasn't left
Nope.
now that she's gotten it. you can tell that this pool cue is about to break. The way that he is bending the tip of it in frustration. What is it that you need?
So I have to imagine that Click has a human-sized pool stick in her hand as a rock gnome, a fruity smoothie drink, and then was just handed also chalk to put on this pool stick, and is now trying to juggle all three of those things, while putting the chalk on the human-sized pool stick with the drink in the hand with the chalk. And in doing so is going to act drunk and fall into the pool stick that is probably breaking. What are the other two guys at the table doing though? Like Ralphie and Lem, because they're drunk, right?
Yeah, Ralphie and Lem have started another game of pool. Ralphie is almost done with his entire basket of mozzarella sticks, and he is leaning on his pool cue when he is not playing with it. And when he is trying to play with it, he is leaning on the table. Lem knows how to hold his liquor, but Lem, in the nicest way possible, Lem reminds me. This is a fake person. I don't know why I said reminds me. Lem reminds me of Jim. He is a very quiet, very
My mom's
self-contained.
boyfriend?
Yes, very
Okay.
unassuming, not confrontational, nothing. He's Lem.
Okay. It's a good name. It's a good name for Lem.
Lem.
Cool. Yeah, no, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna like break his pool stick, kind of like fall into him. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Guys, oh my gosh, look at this. Like to the other guys.
You're doing that to Seed?
I'm falling into Seed, but talking to Ralphie and
Make a performance check.
Is there?
I was just gonna say she's awake.
She's fucking awake.
It's
What
fucking
the
10
fuck?
o'clock.
Yes,
Hey
Aurora.
Aurora, what's going on?
Of course you can have a hug.
Wait, what happened?
Aurora's awake and asking for a hug.
Oh.
You want to say hello? You don't. It's late. You gotta go to sleep. Mama's doing work right now, making moves. Yeah. See? I told you Miss Lissa was gonna be here. I told you. I love you. Good night. And I told you I was gonna work on your picture. See? I'm making love to
Uh.
Elspeth. Good night. Anyway, yes. What I assume that's performance, right?
Yes.
Okay. With advantage, because I'm amazing. God, that was good. That was good. God, the work never stops. Natural fucking 20.
Woo!
Natural fucking 20. That was a kraken die. Look at that beautiful fucking kraken. Look at it.
You
Oh! I
Even-
never get to flirt.
even the people that check the security camera tomorrow will wonder what happened, because it is so clear. You are one moment leaning against this pool cue that is 3 times your size, and the next moment you have fallen 3 to 4 feet forward into Seed's pool cue with such a dramatic flair. You not only knock it out of his hand, but you caught him. Oh my gosh. I get up.
I can't.
Oh,
That's
I
fucking
love
good.
you.
I'm gonna go fucking nuts.
I love you. I wasn't expecting you to come out. That surprised me. Right. Good night.
Hey, actually, it's not on road.
That sleeve, I rolled it up.
Why over the...
I don't know, because sleeves get in the way sometimes when I'm trying to use my hands. I love you. I'll see you in the morning, okay? You gotta go get some sleep, or else Mimi's not gonna be able to play with you tomorrow. I love you. We'll see you tomorrow, Crash. That scared me so bad.
Oh no.
Good night.
There was just out of nowhere a thing next to me. Aurora, baby, you gotta go to bed if you want your special treat tomorrow. Grab a book. You got it. Love it. It's all yours. It's past your mom's bedtime.
It's only because I forgot to take my meds until way late today that I'm still awake.
Oh, okay.
You fall into Seed, you knock his pool cue out of him, and you catch him. When you started this maneuver, he wasn't leaning on the pool cue. But when you started to, something about your movement made him sort of shift his weight onto it to kind of take a better look at what you were doing. And in that, you hitting it causes him to topple over and fall into the table, hitting the balls all over the place. And while the balls do not make noise when they connect with each other or the table, on the table, when the balls fly off of the table, they certainly do make noise. And I will pause this and say, you rolled a natural 20 here. Would you prefer for this to occur and be a loud thing, or would you prefer for this to be something that befalls Seed and does not make quite a okay? Yeah, he falls into this.
I want to bring in the other two guys at the table, but I don't want to have anybody at the poker table notice or involved.
He falls into the table and splays his arms out to catch himself. The balls start flying everywhere. Randy is leaning over, and in his way, sorry, Ralphie.
God.
Ralph and Barry, Randy. Barry's Randy. Ralphie isn't trying to stop any of them. He's trying to lean over and hit one of them. But in his kind of falling state, similar to you, he will fall down into the table and manage to catch one or two that are about to fly off. And Lem, in his mostly sober state, actually does catch one of the balls that's going to go off. One will land on the carpet and start to kind of roll away, land against one of the stools near where you are, Tenebris, with Barry. But aside from that, yeah, it doesn't cause too much commotion, but Seed's attention has been completely drawn off the table, and he gets furious. He kind of like realizes that, like, all right, this is getting taken away from me. You need to be removed.
Oh no.
He kind of rights himself a little bit. You little fucking shit, listen to me. And you can see he's starting to move his hand to something on his hip. He goes, you have guest rights here, and I'm not gonna fuck with that. But if you interfere again, I have cause to remove you. Do you understand me?
I'm so sorry. I didn't.
Don't give me that bullshit. Take your fucking cotton candy here and get in the fucking other side of the room. There's plenty of pool tables around here. You don't gotta fuck with me anymore.
I was just asking for chalk. I dropped.
He picks up the chalk block and he throws it at you and goes, "There's your fucking chalk. Leave me alone. You're gonna get us fucked."
I'm gonna.
He turns away from you.
Big doe deer eyes at Ralphie and Lem, like, please help me. This guy is being such an asshole. I'm just a little gnome girl in distress. Please step in and help me.
I'd say at this point, Venkara and Bjorn,
Mm-hmm.
while noises aren't getting quite loud enough to cause distraction from the focus of the table, you can both hear Seed raising his voice, and you can see he like kind of him like sprawl a little bit on the table, and probably from your viewpoint you can't see who he's yelling at, but would be able to infer that that means it's Click, because that's the only person in the room that wouldn't make it over the pool table. And he will step forward towards you and really try to do.
I am standing. Oh, well, I guess now I fell off.
He'll try to do a pretty intimidating stance towards you, in front of you, and he didn't roll super early, 16, and he'll kind of like, instead of crouching, he'll kind of like look down, try and bend his head over to try and be more demeaning. I go, you're up to fucking something. You and this crew you walked in with.
See this happening?
Yeah, I would say actually the moment that the pool ball knocked into your chair, you probably got like a little bit of like a, oh, someone's towering over Click at this point. And Barry hasn't quite noticed. He's been going on about his recreational softball league. And he goes, well, it's really cool because the thing is, the pitchers, like, they get a chance to really, like, and he's really getting excited about it. And he doesn't realize that you've turned away. But yeah, you can see Seed has started to tower over Click, trying to intimidate her.
Can I just real quick in his brain just pop in and go, why don't you back the fuck off, asshole? And then, but it's a quick glance, and then I'm going to turn back to Barry. So it's not in Click's voice, and I haven't made any sort of, I'm looking at you.
Uh-huh.
Well, there goes my I'm just an innocent drunk girl cover.
Oh, no, you can still do that. It's totally not in your voice.
Yeah, his head whips around. He looks at you, Click. He looks over at you, Vankara. He's looking around the room, the other couple patrons that are kind of dancing.
I'm softballing.
I'm just watching the pool, not the pool table, the poker table.
He straightens himself up, and he looks at you with such contempt in his face, Click. And he throws his pool cue onto the table while Lem's just about to take a shot, and he goes, boys, let's go fucking sit. We gotta talk.
Does Elior also sense something's going on with Click behind him?
I would say your ability to be in tune, at least with your party, clicks off here. And I don't know why. There's this weird like guitar riff that plays. I could hear it in like a 90s movie of like something's about to happen. It's like they're looking and like it does like 7 cuts of like duh duh duh, and it's like you hear a little of that like real low in the background.
It's Jack
of like
Black in School of Rock doing the
doing with his mouth.
guitar
Yeah.
sounds.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's correct.
That's my
correct.
chaos sequence. Okay, cool.
Amazing.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can pull this off. Pat, is it helpful when I tell you what my intentions are with this? Or is it too okay?
Yeah, that was great.
The intention that Elior is going for is he continues to look absolutely cool. He is gonna stand up from the table like he owns the building, but in the least threatening way possible. It's simultaneously sending the message to the table that like he has no problem moving around in this space, but he's not being disrespectful.
Ace told you not to get up once the game started.
He told me not to get up, and then he will just turn around while seated.
You can get up. You can't leave.
Okay.
You're not
Never mind.
you can walk away and not participate in any more hands. You aren't out of the game. You are in now.
Yeah.
Regardless of what you choose.
There wasn't a rule like you can't go to the bathroom. Like we
Yeah.
didn't see everyone strap on diapers before this got
Yeah.
going.
Oh, I have misunderstood the rules.
Okay.
Good thing they're not playing.
I hope that what I do sets a tone. Like it's impactful, but I am not threatening anybody. I stand up. I look around. I look to Ace and I give him a hand signal like hold, turns around, and very, very calm, collected, but with purpose, walks over to Click, kneels down in front of her, who she's still, I'm assuming, doing drunk girl act, and goes, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, I'm okay.
Told you not to drink too many White Russians, kiddo. Get the dizzies.
Well, I didn't drink White Russians, see? I have a fruit smoothie.
Mmm. Smells strong.
No.
Eliar's gonna say, go sit down and get yourself some water. Please.
I have
If you don't mind, it would be very good for me.
to. Ugh, fine. And I'll go
Thank
pout
you.
in a corner.
Pat, the impact I want to have is this is how you're supposed to treat a person that just tripped over at a pool table. He is not threatening these men. He is not even looking at them, but he is sending a very clear message that he will protect the people he brought with him, and they shall not do that again.
As you start to get away from there, they separate themselves from Click.
Can I go and pout? So, near the back door, there's no, like, chairs, I have to imagine, or, like...
There's one chair, it's propping up the back door because it doesn't close well anymore because Nine Fingers was shoved through it.
I am going to drunkenly take that chair away from that door. Oh, give me that! And I'm gonna place it close, but not too close to the door, and sit with some water.
Yeah,
Christine,
I will say that there is
do.
there's a cocktail table that was by it, so the chair was moved from that to that, so you can say you're moving it back to that.
Yeah, I'm
Christine.
gonna sit here.
Before we break off, Pat, if I wanted to use my flashback to coordinate something with Click, would we both have to use our inspiration?
No, only one person has to use the inspiration. You can make a flashback that coordinates the entire party.
All right, I am activating a flashback at this moment. Earlier in the evening, while we were getting ready, Elior pulled Click aside, if Click is okay with this, and asked her to carefully study the deck that we would be using and to use her wonderful constructive powers to create duplicates that look like the deck that are just aces that I can put up my sleeve. When I walked over there just now, that was the cue for her to hand me the cards.
I love that.
Is that okay with you, Christina, or is that not in character?
Amazing.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me a we'll call it a forgery deception check from
with proficiency.
Yes, with proficiency.
Can I inspire Click's roll?
I will say because of how this is working, this can be an advantage roll.
Okay.
But it will be Click's roll because you're using her ability to do it.
I imagine that the forgery was completed like when she was in the back room and once the cards were unboxed.
Yeah. Okay. This is my crystal die.
Ooh. Very pretty.
It's so beautiful.
Lovely.
And the 20, I think, is like a unicorn. Yeah, it's a unicorn.
Okay.
Okay.
There are 4 suits, and the only purpose the suits have is for tie-breaking purposes. And they do get more complex. And I am not blowing smoke here. The most complex suit is the Void. They have Void, Core, Creds, and Iron. Void is a very difficult mark to make. If you make a void ace, it will beat any other card in the game. So as you roll, the highest possibility is a void. 5 below that is a core. 5 below that is a cred. 5 below that is an iron.
Okay.
How many cards are you choosing to make? Because you will. There's just one roll, but it will manipulate how that base goes.
I will give you 2 cards.
All right.
Okay.
Not too many, but 2 chances.
You have advantage. If you roll
I have
less,
advantage?
then
Then I can roll my
Yes.
sapphire ones too.
Ooh.
You have sapphire ones?
I do. They are you.
Those are
They
gorgeous.
the camera is never gonna be as beautiful. Okay.
you, with advantage with the situation that you have, 7
You
is
guys
the
go.
base number you need to roll to make 2 iron aces.
Okay.
12 will get you creds, 17 will get you cores, a 22 will get you a void.
Okay. And it is deception. And proficiency.
Yes.
It literally, this one went up my sleeve. Okay, sorry. It caught.
That's
it
a good
got
sign.
caught in my sleeve. Okay. Anyway. 18 plus
All right.
1 is 19 plus proficiency is 22.
22 is exactly what you needed to make 2 void aces.
Thank you.
Elior, it will be up to you to utilize them correctly, but you have the 2 best cards in the game right now up your sleeve.
Oh, my
And
God.
the way that this game plays out, it wouldn't have been easy to know that going into it. So you are well suited here. Pun not intended.
And Pat,
You
for
have
the
2
sake
voids
of
helping you now.
for the sake of yes, 2 voids helping. For the sake of adding something, I'm not the whole thing that I wrote you the other night. The final message I sent you about an idea of mine. Do you remember what this is?
Let me pull up the file. I remember what the general is, but let me get that.
I just didn't want to do a flavor thing that would solely be for flavor and have you be like, what are you doing?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay. When Elior picks do I have to roll sleight of hand for this? Because we have to pass them off.
So you will have to roll sleight of hand when you use them.
Okay.
Right now, this is part of the thing that you're doing. When you choose to use them, there will be a roll to activate them in game.
Mm-hmm. When your hands or whatever part of you is handing off the cards makes contact with Elior, something clicks in your brain. It almost travels up your like a vein in your arm up to your head, and you start to hear like bum 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 bum, and then when he removes it, it's gone. Like a bass line. Yeah.
Yeah. Specifically that one.
And he's gonna stand up, pull up his jacket, make his way back over to the table. How do the boys look?
There's a pretty interesting mix right now. There is respect coming from a couple of them. At least Zilbar seems to verbally give you that. Nine Fingers seems annoyed, but he's snacking. And annoyed seems like his general presence. There's just some quietness, Sliders chatting off to his left with Goron. But you definitely struck a bit of a nerve. This doesn't occur a lot. When the game gets going, it goes. And the tone shift is an interesting one. I will say this, because I know it is starting to get a little bit late. Can everybody at this moment, as this sort of situation has gone down, make an insight check? Just general, like, Elior goes, sits back down, and I imagine because the room is mostly quiet and because of the situation that you were all in, you're all at least getting a look at what is going down. And if you want to specify or say what your character is thinking of or actively trying to do in this moment, I know either the game or the character or planning the investigation is all on your mind, so you can focus it into that. But I'm interested in what your want to be insightful of right now is. And I'll just start from the top of my Zoom screen if that works for all of you, Elior.
A 7. I just want to see how my party is doing.
Your party?
Yeah.
You see a pretty scattered bunch right now. Bjorn and Venkara, effectively these vultures working around 2 or 3 others that work for these other table goers, these bodyguards, floaters, kind of, even without having a specific connection. I mean, you even are telepathically touched, but from an outsider's perspective, there seems to be something maybe afoot. You've got Tenebris mid-flirt.
Shit.
You
Sorry,
just
that sounds
had
just
to
funny.
interfere with Click. I mean, he used a good opportunity for it, but up against 3 goons.
That sounds like I was in trouble. I had it covered.
No, not trouble, but you're choosing a big fight for a small person.
That's how we roll.
The stakes are very interesting here, and your party with a 7, it is tough to get the exact vibes here, but I would say your party is certainly positioning themselves like they know how to do. It just depends on how that breaks out. Bjorn.
Brian, can you roll the d20 because I have a lap cat, so I can't really move.
Lap cat.
Oh, baby.
Lap cat.
No.
Lap
You
cat,
rolled
lap cat.
a 10.
So that is a 13 total.
All right.
Probably not good enough for what I want to ask, but like, what is hiding in plain sight? Is there something in this room? It could be like part of the structure, it could be just like an object that we haven't looked at or noticed that in a deeper skim of the room we might want to be keeping an eye on.
I love that. The workers. Sebastian, Mary, there was one other who I don't know if I gave you a name, and if I didn't, I'm not gonna commit to one right now.
You didn't.
But there is a third. Those would be in that look, the things that stand out. There's interesting things about this room. What is this club? There seems like a casino vibe to it, but there's not patrons here. There's just kind of space. It's got a clubness to it, but that's not really what's happening. The people here are invited. They're not trying to be. It's not in a good spot. You don't find your way here, and the company is not pleasant. And in fact, the people that play don't even seem. What do you gain from taking money off of a crime lord?
Okay. Yeah. Got it.
But yeah, there's something about the people working here in particular that, in fact, I would say you Elior, in your telepathy, would you have shared any of your conversation either with Zilbar or the rest of the table with Bjorn or Venkar or everybody else?
Probably.
So you would have gotten that hit of like, place your bets with Sebastian. Like, there's something afoot. And the people that are facilitating this, well, they even seem kind. people in the woodwork always know more than they let on. That kind of deal.
Yeah, Bjorn's gonna just broadcast to folks. All right, so about 10 minutes ago, I think I realized that whoever loses first might be on the chopping block. That doesn't explain how tense people are here. I don't know what the fuck this place is, but this is not a normal casino. And I don't just mean with the Cram Lord here. I think there's a second game being played under all this. Or there'll be a second game after, if you know what I mean.
Vankara. Minjiro.
So I rolled a 19. I'm trying to think of like if there's something specific that I'd be like. I know the mood is like tense. Is it like potentially violent? Like, are people getting like? Are people like what are people seeming like they're going to do with this tension? Like, are people looking to run? Are people looking to fight? Or like, what's like?
I like that. With a 19, there's kind of a mix. The people at the table are all tense for a different reason than everybody else. There's this hope, a little unsurety, and a lot of anxiety about the outcome of the game for the people that are sitting here. You don't get that from all of them. I mean, Elior likely has their own emotions, and if you'd like to share them, you're free to. But the two that are new, that are not your party member, Zebo, the blue blob gentleman, and Dovik Reed Hollow, who, while this is Vankara's first time meeting, the party has interrogated once before. And in fact, I did give, because you're under check, I gave you a look, but I didn't actually see, because he wouldn't know Vankara.
But he would know. Shit, I didn't think about that.
Well, he'd know Bjorn
Right?
and Cliff and me.
Bjorn, he wouldn't, because
Mm-mm,
Bjorn was Batmaning.
I was literally going to use the phrase Batmaning.
You were Batmaning, so he would know me.
Tenebris.
That's a different role in the fetish.
He has had nightmares of in the one night.
No, he knows me.
I don't think he knows me.
I don't think he knows you,
I don't
and
think
now
he
he was
would
in costume.
remember Click.
But he could just
Tenebris, he hasn't clicked on you yet.
Yeah, but he's also
But
losing sleep. And
that I do need to put a note on, because that is the one where it really, it was a brief interaction, but it was a scary one for him, and he might remember that. Listen, the party found this gnome Dovik outside of a burlesque club, or he was in a burlesque club. They tricked him to come outside and interrogated him and scared him very badly, and got some information about this painting that you're now trying to recover.
Gotcha.
It was one time, okay?
It was
one time.
It was
this.
You only get 2 days
last
before
night.
the sleep-induced hallucinations can be large enough to be people.
Just because it happened 5 months ago doesn't mean it didn't happen last night.
Oh, so he hasn't even had time to sleep then.
I'm not very good at pacing. I've told you this.
No,
Listen,
that's our
he doesn't
fault.
remember reason.
We didn't even
doesn't
play last week.
We play minute by minute, and I like it, but we don't. Time doesn't flow. Anyway, he does not take. I need to remember that he might know you, but he does not at this moment. But yeah, Vankara, you get that Dovik is getting to that point of a little bit on the violent side. Everybody else is in that calm state. They're in that like not calm's not the right word. There isn't that point of like things are boiling up, but they're all a little bit worried about something else. Whereas Dovik and Zebo, who don't really know what's going on, they are kind of getting a little bit like this money's moving quickly, and it's starting off small, but it was 21 then, 70 is going to be the next one, and if two people stay in, that goes to the hundreds. We started with 500 credits. What happens when I don't have enough to buy that back is already where Dovik's mind starts going. The people in the crowd are starting to get almost a little strange to you. And I would say you actually might. You start to pick up that you notice some of them are definitely hired, paid to be here and be entertaining. And you get the vibe of, one, they're trying a little too hard to be entertaining, but two, they're trying too hard to not pay attention to everything else that's going on. Like being a little too obvious about like, hey, like the game just stopped and like everyone was just watching what this guy was just doing, and you're still here like trying to like shimmy on the dance floor. Like, you're being a little bit strange about this, trying to almost like, it's like they're giving an energy of diffusing it, but in your experience that almost does tip things off more, because it's like you're not giving the reverence to the kind of strangeness that's happening, and those people can be a little dangerous when things do start to kick off. You don't know what to expect from them. The bodyguards who have identified themselves as bodyguards, except for the one that's eating mozzarella sticks with Tenebris, all do seem a lot more tense. Seed, the drow that just got tripped by Click, he's mad right now. He's backing off. He's trying to take his crew away, but he feels like he's being set up. He's on edge about it. Even though it felt like a very natural accident, Click did it perfectly. You actually might even think that Click fell, depending on how good Venkara's perception is. She pulled it off very well, but he's fuming about it, and he is also the dangerous type where he's not the kind to be around when shit goes down, because he seems like he is cold and efficient, and he is going to ask questions maybe never, is the vibe that you start to get there. Click, what did you roll?
14.
14. Are you looking for anything in particular?
I am kind of like face down on the table like this though, you know? Like trying to like look out, but like trying to pretend like I'm drunk and kind of sleeping. But watching the door and like, has anyone come in or out since Nine Fingers broke it and the chair was lodged in it? Would somebody be able to sneak in if they were small enough?
The back door?
Yeah, the one that I'm really close to.
Yeah. So you've moved this chair off of that door.
Yeah. Oh, and then my insight check wanted to be like, was anybody upset or did they notice that I moved the chair away from the back door? And like, was anybody like particularly interested that the back door was like manipulated in any way?
So the only person, there are two people that remembered it.
Tell me it's Seed.
No, Seed actually is a little preoccupied. He has been catching a lot of stuff. He wasn't expecting that piece. It is the two bodyguards, one who is currently eating his mozzarella sticks with Tenebris, who put the chair there, who knew he probably should have fixed that door a little bit better, but relied on that, and his partner, Bill, who...
Barry and Bill? Or his bodyguards?
Yes.
Okay. I love it.
And Bill is not in this room right now. And in fact, that's probably what you think is most notable. He didn't walk through that back door. He didn't leave. Bill's not here.
And
There's a kitchen
even with the invisibility,
and a
I can't see
bathroom.
him.
No, he's not invisible. He's not in this room. He didn't go in the back room.
All right.
He's potentially in the kitchen or the bathroom or like ducking behind the bar. But you last saw him walking away from the bar next to Barry. When Tenebris started eating mozzarella sticks, he seemed a little disgusted at Barry's inability to stay professional, and he walked away and has not been seen since. Tenebris, what'd you get?
I got an 8.
Are you looking for anything in particular?
What kind of art is on the walls?
I love that.
Am I gonna just go outside and scream at the flood lamp in the 1000 parking lot? Because the painting is on the wall and we just haven't fucking looked.
Can you fucking
As
imagine?
you look around at the
It's
decor
right fucking
here
there.
in this
I'm gonna
club,
lose it.
you see there's some pretty bad wallpaper. It's this sort of like paisley kind of deal going about, and whoever did it kind of did a rush job. They were probably under the gun from the mob, so the wallpaper is kind of overlaying, so there's a lot of pieces where like either some of the leaves are like half printed or like double stuck. It's awful. You see there are some paintings about. There's dogs playing poker. There's
Skeletons
a
playing
few of
Already can't buy it.
various people who
Flesh.
you would probably recognize as famous historical figures that are in compromising positions, probably
With each other?
yeah, actively.
Nice.
Yeah, you can tell just from the timelines that some of these did not exist. The boss bitch was not alive during the reign of General Bilica IV. But
also her ass is
they're
way
there
better than-
just having a good time. You do not see the described silhouette of the Ganunga Gap, unfortunately, here hanging in this club. That would have been a very fun end to the session.
You would have heard me from there.
Sitting there right behind the table, two gentlemen.
You look up
and
and
a
on Barry's
skeleton.
right shoulder, there's this weird painting of a skeleton and a
That would've
man
been so
sitting
fun.
at a campfire.
No, unfortunately there is not. Yeah, that is what you find. As you sit back down at the table, Elior, Vincent, Marticello, everyone kind of glancing at you, Nine Fingers taking a hit of his cigar while Ash it and goes, "That was very kind of you. You're sweet to your crew. That's nice. I like that. Can we play some fucking cards now? Christ."
Yes.
And with that, as the third hand starts to get dealt out, as the tensions begin to, for a moment, soften, the music, as it were, will continue out. We'll call it there.
Thank you for moving the chair click, because now I don't have to figure out how to do it.
I figured someone
him
would be able to.
Back. I can just take this man and we can go make out in the back, and then he just needs to stop for a few seconds, and then you can sneak in, and
There
we
you go.
can. It'll be great. Thank you.
That's the dream.
You did amazing.
Wonderful.
We don't even have to kill him.
Maybe. We'll see.
But what if you want to like harvest his heart or something?
Or any
You
other
do
part
that
of him.
sometimes, okay? Don't look at me. It's not
I
my
don't know
fault.
if
You
it's
could-
what-
You
I
can
know, but
figure it out.
also I like Elior's gonna be mad if I start causing
Elliot doesn't have
problems.
to know.
Oh,
But
big
then
stretch.
you'll notice one of his guards is gone, and the other dude is gonna have to like, presumably remove Nine Fingers from this venue.
Yes. Friends, I am fading fast.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Yeah, we do.
All right.
All right.
Good night.
Good night,
Bye,
everybody.
good night.
Thank you.
Every